Oh, we're live.
And we're live. Welcome back to Corona Geek 163, here where we talk all about mobile app development using Corona SDK. I'm your host, Charles McKeever, and today we're going to talk about desktop game project setup.
Not SSL?
At least I think that's what we're going to do.
This is 163. I thought this was 164.
Oh, it is 164. You're absolutely right. I'm just looking at the...
Man, I thought it was like, do the time warp again, you know?
Yeah, well, you know, that's what copy-paste does for you. I had the right title, but not the right episode. Yeah, Corona Geek 164. You can find all the other Corona Geeks, including 163, over at youtube.com/Corona Geek. And 163 was actually the one that we kicked off the desktop game development series, which we are in right now, by talking about controls. We talked about keyboard controls and mouse controls. There's source code there, so if you haven't already, go over to the video and click on the show notes, and you can download all the code for the project. Look at how all that stuff works, as always. Joining us on the panel today is Ed Marino from RomanGamer.com.
Yellow.
Also joining us is Sergey from SpiralCodeStudio.com.
Hi.
Hi. All right, so we have some things to talk about.
Are you French?
Wait,
Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Did I inadvertently say something French?
Okay, we're live now. I can't be flippant anymore.
Oh, you sure you can? Sure you can. Well, what are we going to talk about today, though? We were going to talk about desktop game development, but we were going to set up projects or something.
Well, we're gonna. I got two things to talk about basically. It's the desktop development, which in the scope of things, what I want to talk about today is sort of like all the decisions that you got to make that are a little bit different, things that could be confusing, and some decisions you got to make early on before you start even jumping into your development, things that will grossly affect your design later if you wait. Grossly, badly, negatively.
Yeah. Hey, grossly sounds
things
serious.
You decide early unless you like writing your whole game over again. So
yeah, and I think what struck me was one of the things that you were pointing out was that your configuration and stuff is it different? I mean, you're working on a desktop game versus a mobile game, so
yeah, don't let the cat out of the bag.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. I'll let you go as far as saying it's different. It's different. It's the same and different, but there are some decisions that you need to make that you never need to make for mobile.
Okay. I can see that. Yeah, that's just like we covered last time.
Go ahead. Yeah, tell us all about it.
Well, no, just like we covered last time. I mean, you pointed out some very good stuff about using the way that keys work differently between keyboard and mouse. You know, even though you're using external peripherals, right? Not typing the screen, not touching it like we're normally accustomed to. Even within those peripherals, though, there's differences that you have to be aware of. Right. It makes a big difference. So
little things that could bite you. Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but you were going into the presentation early.
Oh, sorry. I'm just excited.
That's what happens when I tell you in advance what we're going to talk about.
I know it. You should just leave me clueless.
I think I'm going to do that. There's a second thing I wanted to quickly talk about. I'm just going to share my screen here. Somebody asked a question. Somebody asked a question on Facebook. I couldn't find the post. You emailed me about it. And they were having trouble running one of our prior samples. They were getting this. Basically, what they were getting was an error from Corona saying, hey, I couldn't find the Math2D library. And I just wanted to say that if people are not aware of this, that when they use the plugins that the community, Sergey and I and others are creating, they can't just use them. They need to go activate them first. So to activate them, they need to go to the store page, store.coronalabs.com plugins, and I'm assuming that you're already logged into your account, and then find the plugin that you want to use, for example, the collision calculator, and if you haven't activated it, it'll have a button that looks like this. It's green, and it says free. There's basically some of the states are pre-activated, which are the ones that are included with everybody's account by Corona. And then if you've already activated one, let me see if I can find one. Yeah, Facebook, that didn't come with, so I activated that one. I've got some of the things from Sergey here too. And then for me, Math2D is already activated. But for whatever reason, I haven't personally activated my access to Collision Calculator, which I did right. So I would just click Free, and then click on Finish Checkout. and that's it. You're done. Now you can go ahead and run the examples. If you run the examples prior to this, you're going to get an error. That's just all there is to it.
There you go.
When I started working on a car scanner, I remember the order number when I checked out my plugin. It was something like 300 or 400. Now this number you just show us is 2,105. So that means in this time span, about 1,500 people activated plugins.
I didn't even see a number, man. I'm so totally unobservant. Now I'm going to have to go back and look.
It's an URL.
See? This is what Sergey teaches me something new every time, man.
So you're saying if you keep track of, if you have a reference point on that, you can actually tell how many people have activated the plugin.
No, not the plugin. Plugins. All plugins.
General. Oh, okay.
Oh.
There you go. Now it's
okay. I'm done. All right. See, now I'm going off in exploration mode. Before I start on my long soliloquy here, actually, it won't be too long. I mean, I'll be able to stop at any time. But do you guys have anything else you want to talk about, or you just want to jump into this?
I don't think so at the moment.
Because I kind of cut you off, Charles, and then I might have broken your stride there.
No, I don't think so. I mean, there was an issue with the public build. So if you were having some iOS build issues, you may want to wait.
New one?
Yeah. It was discovered that the build server was not flagging an issue with the iOS templates. So that's being rectified. That's the only announcement that I have. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, then you'll want to check on the daily builds either later today or tomorrow.
Yeah, that's my advice. I typically stay with the daily builds.
Right. I mean, if you the public build, you're fine. But if you're if you're using the latest and greatest, then it's affected by that.
Yeah, I generally do kind of like once I get settled on one build that I like and I'm getting close to the end of my project, I usually don't do any more updates until I get the project out, or if I do an update, I keep track of the version I was on before just in case, because things can break. So, anyways, enough random input here. Let me switch over to my screen. And I did cut Charles off, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to cut you off. I did want to say one other thing, and that is that controller support for Windows 32 is available.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. So we can make that part of our exploration then.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, when we get to that point, when we get to the point where we want to do controllers, we'll be able to do it on Mac and Windows. So.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, the guys worked really hard on that. Yeah.
Sorry.
What's that? It's too late for that?
No, it's never too late.
See, that's cool.
We could change our mind at any time. That's the beauty of this current project. Is I'm trying to structure it in such a way that this is more of like an exploration, where we're gonna, on a weekly basis, kind of make decisions on what we want to do, and then we'll get something out of it. I mean, there'll always be something coming out of it, but we don't have to be quite so rigid with regards to our end goals here.
Well, I think it still makes sense to do keyboard and mouse, and then go to something. Yeah, and then build on that as a foundation, and then do controllers later.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying we'll just flip-flop all the time. Otherwise, we'd never make any progress. So, okay. So as I was saying, last week I talked about how your inputs can affect what kind of a game you can make, or how you can express a game that you want to make. Inputs and outputs affect this kind of thing. This week, what I want to talk about first is some of the differences in the way that we have to think about mobile versus desktop.